Hello everyone and welcome to my BTG CBS update channel. Bill Hamilton sat comfortably in his leather armchair, swirling a crystal glass containing what he believed was just another evening cocktail. Little did he know the subtle poison laced within it, courtesy of secrets swirling around him. Haley, his much younger wife, paced nearby, her designer heels clicking against the marble floor as she tried to inject some holiday spirit into their strained evening. "Bill, darling, why don't we just open our gifts in St. Bart's like we planned? It would be perfect, sun, sand, and just us escaping all this holiday chaos," she suggested, her voice laced with forced enthusiasm, hoping to steer him away from whatever mood had soured him tonight. Bill took a slow sip, his eyes narrowing over the rim of the glass. "Haley, the owners backed out. The deal's off. We're not going anywhere." His tone was flat, dismissive, as if the tropical getaway was a trivial whim. Haley stopped pacing, her hands planting firmly on her hips. She wasn't about to let the holidays slip away in silence, not when she felt increasingly sidelined in this marriage. "You can't just shut me out like this, Bill. Not during Christmas." But Bill leaned back, a smug edge creeping into his voice. "You knew exactly how this would play out when you chose to pursue your best friend's father. Affairs like ours come with complications." Haley's face flushed with anger, her perfectly manicured nails digging into her palms. "Chose? You were the one who chased me, Bill. Don't rewrite history now just to make yourself feel better." The words hung heavy between them, charged with years of unspoken resentments. Furious, she grabbed her coat from the nearby rack. "Fine. Enjoy your solitude. This is just a preview of what it's like to miss me." With that, she stormed out, the door slamming behind her like a punctuation mark on their argument, leaving Bill alone with his drink and the faint bitterness on his tongue that he attributed to the whiskey. Seeking solace or perhaps distraction, Haley made her way to the exclusive club downtown, where the elite of the gated community gathered to pretend their lives were flawless. The holiday decorations there were even more extravagant, garlands draped over mahogany bars, jazz music softly playing in the background. As she entered, nursing a martini at the bar, she crossed paths with Joey, a charismatic figure in their circle known for his sharp insights and ambitious streak. He slid onto the stool next to her, flashing that knowing smile. "Rough night with the old man?" he asked, not needing confirmation from her sigh. "It's the usual, Joey. He treats me like an accessory he can put away when it's inconvenient." Joey nodded thoughtfully, signaling the bartender for another round. "You know, Haley, maybe you're approaching this wrong. Instead of fighting him on vacations or whatever, why not push him towards something bigger? The governorship, it's been whispered about for years. If he runs and wins, you'd be in a position of real power. First lady of the state? That's not just influence, that's legacy." Haley's eyes lit up slightly, intrigued despite her frustration. It was an alternative, a way to channel the tension into ambition rather than outright confrontation. Or worse, the darker thoughts that had crossed her mind about eliminating Bill altogether. Just then her phone buzzed. A text from Bill. "Not feeling well. Come home." She showed it to Joey briefly, rolling her eyes. Speak of the devil. Probably just another ploy. Joey chuckled as she stood to leave. "See you later, First Lady." Haley paused at the door, turning back with a wicked grin. "I prefer Queen." The words lingered like a promise as she hurried out into the night, the cold air biting at her cheeks. Back at the house, Haley found Bill not bedridden as she'd imagined, but waiting in the dimly lit study, looking surprisingly vulnerable. The cocktail glass sat empty on the side table, and he stood to greet her, pulling her into an embrace she hadn't expected. "I didn't want you out there alone. You're the most important thing in my life, Haley. Truly." She pulled back, searching his face for sincerity, her doubts bubbling up. "You have a funny way of showing it, Bill. Shooting down street barts, throwing my choices in my face." He guided her to the sofa, sitting close. "I was wrong. Harsh. But with you it's different. I never opened up to Danny like this, never let her see the real me. You're the one who gets all of it." His words chipped away at her resolve, revealing a side of Bill rarely shown. Perhaps Joey's suggestion wasn't about killing Bill after all. Not literally anyway, but about reshaping their dynamic, elevating her status to something unassailable. As they talked late into the night, the poison's effects subtly beginning to stir in Bill's system though unnoticed yet. Haley wondered if power through politics could indeed be the alternative she needed. Meanwhile, across town in the warm, inviting Dupree home filled with the scent of pine and homemade cookies, Anita sat Vernon down in their cozy den, the Christmas lights casting a soft glow on her face. She took his hands in hers, her voice steady but laced with emotion. "Vernon, my love, I've been diagnosed with cancer." The words landed like a thunderclap in the quiet room. Vernon's face crumpled as she proceeded step by step, detailing the doctor's visits, the tests, the confirmation, all endured in solitude over recent days. He listened, piecing together the signs he'd missed, her fatigue, her quiet moments alone. "You've been going through this by yourself?" "All of it." Anita nodded, tears welling. "Sharon and Tracy know. Sometimes a woman just needs her sisters." Vernon's voice cracked. "But why shut me out, Anita? This is the most important battle of your life, our life. How could you face it alone?" She wiped a tear away. "I'm sorry, Vernon, but I don't know how to do cancer. I didn't want to burden you to see you worry." He pulled her close, apologizing profusely. "I'm the one who's sorry. You were alone during these scary days and I hate that." His voice broke further. "I am terrified at the thought of losing you. But this isn't your battle to fight alone. It's ours. And cancer picked the wrong damn family to mess with." Anita managed a weak smile through her tears, but Vernon pressed on about telling the children. "They need to know. We face this together." She shook her head gently. "No, not yet. I don't want this Christmas to turn into a funeral rehearsal." Vernon nodded, respecting her wish, but his resolve shone through. "You've been beating the odds your entire life, Anita. You'll do it again this time." She squeezed his hand. "Then let's make this the best damn Dupree Christmas ever." They embraced, both rocked to their core. Later, when Anita stepped out for a moment, she returned to find Vernon alone, his broad shoulders shaking with silent sobs. The sight of her strong husband weeping over the fear of losing her would melt even the hardest heart. In another part of the neighborhood, at Danny's stylish apartment where holiday garlands framed the windows, Nicole burst in, still fuming from her encounter with Ted. "Can you believe Ted had the nerve to tell me Dad's having an affair? I literally laughed in his face." Danny, pouring them both some eggnog, chuckled at first. "An affair? Vernon. Next you'll say Mom's cooking meth in the basement." But as Nicole recounted the details, Ted's insistence, the supposed evidence, Danny's laughter faded. Nicole paced. "He said his source was Leslie." "Leslie? That textbook sociopath." Danny set her glass down. "I don't buy it either, but something's off with Mom and Dad lately. The way they've been acting distant." They compared notes, the missed family dinners, the private conversations that stopped when they entered the room. Suspicion grew. "We should storm over there right now and demand answers," Nicole said hotly. Danny shook her head. "No. Whatever it is, affair or something else, they'll tell us when they're ready. Pushing might make it worse." The sisters sat in uneasy silence, the joy of the season overshadowed by worry. At the bustling hospital where volunteers were setting up for the children's Christmas party, Vanessa approached Joey at a corner table in the cafeteria, her expression a mix of hope and nervousness. "Joey, I have a favor to ask. Would you play Santa at the party? The kids would love it." Joey blinked, taken aback. "Me? Santa? Vanessa, that's unexpected." Before he could respond fully, Donnell, her son, approached the table, greeting them warmly. Joey excused himself politely, giving them space. Donnell sat, his face reflecting the weight of recent family struggles. "Mom, Kadia's still struggling hard, but I'm doing everything I can to be there for her." Vanessa nodded, proud yet saddened. Donnell continued thoughtfully. "Since Dad passed, I've been thinking a lot about the past. Was your marriage to him everything I thought it was?" Vanessa hesitated, then opened up. "Over the years, Doug and we became more like close friends than passionate partners." Donald's eyes softened. "I've noticed how close you've gotten to Joey. He makes you happy, doesn't he?" She admitted it with a small smile. "He does." Donnell reached across the table. "Then move on, Mom. You deserve it. Dad would want you to be happy." Touched, Vanessa hugged him. Later, when Joey returned, she shared the news. "Donnell gave me his blessing. He urged me to move forward with you. Joey's surprise melted into a warm grin, the possibility of something new blooming amid the holiday cheer. Elsewhere in the community, at the cozy Orphegene's diner known for its soul food and welcoming vibe, Ted bumped into Shanice at the counter. They ended up sharing a booth and a generous slice of peach cobbler, catching up on old times amid laughter. "No plans for Christmas?" Shanice asked, fork midway to her mouth. Ted shrugged. "Not really." She smiled invitingly. "Then join my family. We'd love to have you." Grateful he accepted. Later that evening, Ted shared a heartfelt moment with his nephew Andre, who surprised him with tickets to a football game. "Just like old times, Uncle Ted," Andre said, eyes shining. They embraced, the simple gesture mending bonds strained by time, a quiet bright spot in the day's emotional whirlwind. As the night deepened across the gated enclave, secrets simmered beneath the festive facades. Haley's potential shift from vengeance to ambition, Anita's courageous revelation uniting her with Vernon in battle, the daughter's growing suspicions, Vanessa's path cleared toward new love, and small kindnesses weaving through the pain. Christmas in this world was never just lights and gifts. It was the raw unraveling and reknitting of lives, where truths emerged not with fanfare but in quiet, tear-streaked conversations that changed everything. Bill, unaware of the poison's slow work or Haley's evolving plans, slept fitfully. Anita and Vernon held each other closer. Nicole and Danny pondered in the dark. Vanessa dreamed of possibilities. And in the distance, the hospital party awaited its Santa, a symbol of hope amid uncertainty. The holidays pressed on, demanding resilience from them all, as relationships teetered on the edge of transformation or loss.